The 21st century has a new spin on practically every time-honored institution, and college education is no exception. In fact, for the BABSCO Survey Research Group did a study, and that showed that 4.6 million students registered for online colleges in 2009, in the spring term of 2009, but in the fall, 5.6 million students have registered, an increase of 21% compared to the only 2% increase of traditional college education. Unfortunately, not all the growth is legitimate. The Department of Education has discovered that several fraudulent organizations are posing as colleges and targeting certain students that wouldn't succeed in college and aggressively advertising to them, trying to get them to attend that organization. The students usually attend the organization, and so the organization helps them go through all the loops of getting a student loan and they begin the course. Unfortunately, they drop out or flunk out halfway through and are saddled with a severe debt, and they end up defaulting, and the government is out that much money. The process repeated itself several times to the point where all people involved in higher education, the Department of Education, and all state departments realized that there is a problem. So, the question, now that there was a problem, how were they supposed to fix it? There are two different viewpoints. One advocates a government regulation. The other advocates collaboration and reform. The one side advocating government regulation says that what caused the problem was not enough regulation. Because online colleges are so new, there weren't very many laws having to deal with them. So, the only law that was on the books was a law that said that all online colleges in a state had to be authorized. Now, authorization is not the same as accreditation. Accreditation means that the degree you get from the college is valid. You can use it somewhere. Whereas authorization is basically permission for the organization to function in that state. And the authorization process basically let anybody in pay the fee. Not very careful screening. Since there weren't any other laws, individuals could take advantage of the opportunities, and they did. So their solution is to pass more laws, and they have proposed one called state authorization, which means that online colleges will have to be authorized in every state in which they have students, not just the state in which they reside. This wouldn't be that bad, except that all the different states have conflicting and complex laws, some of which require you to pay anywhere from $250 to $50,000 just to get set up, and then pay $250 to $50,000 to keep in existence. Yeah, most small colleges really can't pay that, so they are faced with three options. Number one, they close their doors and stop offering courses. Number two, they avoid the states with the very high prices they can't meet. And number three, they pass on the tuition. They pass on the price to the students through tuition. The other side, the advocates of reform and collaboration, disagree with the cause of the problem. They say that it's the lack of a standard for distance learning that caused the fraudulent organizations to take advantage of the students. What they advocate is through collaboration, which is a meeting of all the representatives of the states, a few federal Department of Education people, and a few prominent leaders from colleges, all meeting together and creating a standard by which all the online colleges would abide. And the reform is reforming the state authorization process, making sure that it does like background checks on the schools, and the professors making sure that they really are who they say they are. The only downside to that would be all the manpower and time and effort that all of the people would have to combine, and a lawsuit or two to convince the fraudulent organizations that yes, they are serious and yes, those regulations apply to them. So now that all the facts are straightforward, it's kind of difficult sometimes to tell why there's such controversy and why the debate gets so heated between the two of them. But the answer is that the hidden assumptions that each side has determine what they say and why they say it. And so the hidden assumptions are why the debate gets so heated. The one side, the side proposing state authorization, it says that the government, the federal government, should fix all the problems, all nationwide problems, and that the community is more important than the individual. And since it is government's responsibility, in their view, to take care of the community, then government is justified in solving the problem. On the other hand, the side advocating the collaboration and reform, they see that the individuals and states should fix the problem. They see that that individual liberty is very important and that there should be a balance of both individual liberty and community, not one over the other. So the key of understanding state authorization and the controversy is knowing the answer of both sides to the question, whose responsibility is it to fix the problem? Only time will tell which solution is best for America.